Hey YouTube, this is David with Amped Gear, and today we're taking a look at my Alesis Strike Multipad. So you can see I broke this encoder right off of this thing, probably because I didn't follow the directions and remove this plastic before I used it. But anyways, we've got this encoder broken right off, so I'm just going to show you how I replaced it and how you can get into this thing. So there's 16 screws on the back, as you can see here. So we're going to remove all those, and once all those are out, you can see that the headphone jacks on the front are kind of recessed there. So you're going to want to lift up the back first so you don't break your headphone jacks off. And so now you've got it in two pieces, but there's actually two ribbon cables attaching these. And I'm having a pretty hard time showing each of them and be able to manipulate them while making it visible for the camera by myself. So this ribbon cable is like a computer style. So it actually just has kind of a black tab. It's best if you can do both sides at the same time. Then the ribbon cable will slide right out. And this one on the other side is actually just a push-in connector, which we'll show you here. Balancing. So there we go. We got a push-in connector. That one will just pull right out. And now you've got your back and your front separated. So now we're going to take the motherboard off. So we got a number of screws here. They all have a nice screw icon next to them in case you can't tell what a screw is. So after we get these screws out, there's a number of connectors on the motherboard here. So there's some push-in and there's some ribbon connectors. So this ribbon connector works just like the big one. You got to just push up this black piece and you can just pop that right out. And all the rest of these are push-in connectors. They can be pretty stubborn, so you may have to really pull harder than you might think on this motherboard to pop them all out of there, but they will come out. And last little 3 connector here, and there we go. So it has these little plastic covers over the encoders. The easiest thing is to just actually, I didn't do it here, but you just push on the plastic prongs on the back and just pop it right out. That way you don't have to pry on the motherboard like I'm doing here with my inappropriate pry tool that's already been broken by being used as an inappropriate pry tool. So there's what's left of the encoder, and this is surface mount. It's not through hole soldering, which I think makes it a little bit easier, but definitely you wouldn't want to attempt this if you weren't an experienced solderer. But there's what it looks like when it's off. There's the bottom, so you can see there's no pins that actually go through the PC board. It's all right there on the surface. So here we are with our encoder back in business. I realized I didn't show you how to actually solder this thing on, but if you're not an experienced solderer, this probably isn't a great job for you anyways. But I just wanted to show you what was entailed with getting it apart, and so you can kind of get an idea if it was a project for you or not. If you check the description, I will give the list of the part that I found. I actually had to get these encoders in from Japan as the only place I could find them. So if you get a hold of me, then I can probably make it possible for you to buy one of the ones that I have in surplus. I always buy extras of anything I buy for any other problems that arise. So hopefully this was helpful. If it was, like and subscribe. Really appreciate it. Thanks, guys. Have a good one.